Holding the wisdom and teachings discovered by ancient Sith Lords from long ago, Sith Holocrons were one of the best way in which knowledge of the dark side could be passed down through the millennia. Although there were a number of important Sith Holocrons created over the centuries of Sith history, such as the Holocrons of Darth Revan and Naga Sadow, one Holocron was uniquely valuable and was hunted down and utilized by 4 generations of Sith Lords over the course of thousands of years. In this video expose, I will describe the importance of the Holocron of Heresies, also known as Darth Andeddu's Holocron, and explain why it was pursued by Darth Bane, Dooku, Darth Krayt, and Darth Warlock. Created by the ancient Sith Lord Darth Andeddu, as we'll see, this Holocron was not just the keeper of the Sith Lord's spirit and lightsaber crystal, but also one of the most powerful Force abilities discovered by the ancient Sith. Lost to the recorded history of the Sith for centuries, it was said that the Holocron was first discovered by the fallen Jedi Freedon Nad, millennia before the Battle of Yavin. While it's not known what he was able to discover from the Holocron, it is known that Freedon Nad used it to uncover his initial knowledge of the dark side after rejecting his connections to the Jedi Order. After Freedon Nad, the Holocron was again lost to history, that is, until it was hunted by the Sith Lord Darth Bane. 20 years after he formulated his Rule of Two and reformed the Sith, Bane discovered the powerful Force ability that was hidden within the Holocron discovered by Andeddu. This was the secret to transferring one's essence to another body through the Force ability known as Essence Transfer. After his apprentice Darth Zana hadn't challenged him for the mantle of Dark Lord of the Sith at any point over the previous 2 decades, Bane was worried that Zana was merely waiting out her master's life, allowing time and age to destroy him rather than her own abilities. Thus, Bane sought out Andeddu's Holocron to learn how to transfer his spirit to another, younger body, thereby ensuring that his apprentice earned her title as master. Bane would ultimately find the Holocron he desired in Darth Andeddu's keep on the planet of Prakith. However, the gatekeeper of the Holocron would not so easily bestow upon Bane the secret to eternal life. Instead, the gatekeeper demanded that the Sith Lord complete his so-called games, and only then could Bane learn the ability of Essence Transfer. Eventually, Bane would tire of the gatekeeper's games, and would instead forcibly remove the secret from the Holocron to obtain the ability for himself. Therefore, Bane did learn the secret hidden within Andeddu's Holocron, and would attempt to use the Essence Transfer ability against his apprentice Zana in their final confrontation. Although the Holocron would soon be stolen from Bane by the Dark Jedi Set Hearth, it would not again be important among the Sith until it was obtained by Dooku almost a millennium later. Having found its way back to the ancient Sith planet of Korriban, the Holocron would again be discovered and brought into the possession of the Sith when it was located by Quinlan Vos and Tol Skor on behalf of Dooku. While we don't know exactly why Dooku sought out the Holocron of Darth Andeddu specifically, we do know that he differed from Bane in that he desired access to the long-dead wisdom of the Sith Lord, which he saw as the wisdom and power of the Sith. But some of the best information concerning the Holocron comes not from Dooku, but from Vos. Recording a holocube when he returned to the Jedi Temple following his mission of deception regarding Dooku, Vos noted just how different the Sith Holocron was from those of the Jedi Order. It wasn't just the pyramid shape and Sith hieroglyphs, but the way in which the Holocron felt both hot and cold at the same time, causing Vos to feel sick. Further, he felt a malevolent energy and presence that was charged throughout the Holocron. For his efforts, Dooku opened the uppermost part of the Holocron, revealing a red crystal that the Sith Lord gifted to Vos, and instructed him to use it to power his new Sith lightsaber. Although it wasn't clear what happened to the Holocron after the Clone Wars, Dooku's possession of it wasn't the end of its malevolent nature. More than 150 years later, Andeddu's Holocron would again be discovered by the Sith, this time by Darth Krayt, the Dark Lord who founded the One Sith. Present upon Korriban, Krayt was in possession of not just Darth Andeddu's Holocron, but also those of Darth Bane and Darth Nihilus. Activating the Holocrons and summoning the Sith Lords from within, Krayt questioned each of them and asked how he could cheat death and prevent his fate of being consumed by his Yuuzhan Vong implants. From Darth Andeddu specifically, Krayt asked how he could use the Force to ensure that one's body was kept living. Ultimately, Andeddu and the other two Sith Lords rejected Krait's demands, viewing him as an imposter whose order made a mockery of the Sith. While he was successful in preventing his fear from consuming him, Krait determined to find other methods to prevent his fate. One of these methods was undertaken on Krait's behalf by Darth Warlock, the third of his name. Being one of only two Sith to know that Krait was implanted with coral seeds while imprisoned by the Yuuzhan Vong, and which threatened to take over his master's mind completely, Warlock turned to Sith history to try to find an answer within the wisdom of ancient lore. When the ancient artifacts provided nothing, Warlock turned to the ancient Sith Holocron of Darth Andeddu, and like Krait, demanded that Andeddu provide him with knowledge of how to animate one's body after death. Having discovered that the tomb on Korriban in which the Holocron was found was not the true tomb of Andeddu, Warlock hoped to prove himself worthy of the knowledge he desired by finding the tomb of the Sith Lord upon the planet of Prakith. Taking Andeddu's Holocron to his keep upon the planet, Warlock would soon realize that the Holocron was like no other. As a callback to Voss's belief that a malevolent energy defined the Holocron, Warlock discovered that it was a shell for something more, the full intellect of Andeddu that the ancient Sith Lord transferred into it. As Warlock had a member of a Sith cult that resided in the keep place the Holocron within Andeddu's tomb, the ancient Sith Lord siphoned the cult member's life energy and fully reanimated himself. Ultimately, as Warlock and Andeddu engaged in a duel of force powers, Warlock used his powerful force illusion abilities to emerge victorious over the ancient Sith Lord, as he was consumed by that which he feared most, the destruction of the knowledge preserved within his books and scrolls. Defeated, Warlock levitated the corpse of Andeddu and returned him to the sarcophagus. Since the flames he set upon Andeddu in his library were illusions, Warlock was able to collect a number of ancient texts before leaving the planet. Although he wasn't able to find that which would save Darth Krait, he would take the knowledge of his confrontation with Andeddu with him. So there we have it, the Holocron constructed by Darth Andeddu that 4 generations of Sith hunted and utilized for their own purposes. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive hangouts and book discussions. If not for me, for really needing to read the rest of these legacy comics.